Hey there, Jen here. And in this video, I'm going to speak to a key piece in manifesting, visioning, and creating healthy, optimal relationships in your life. And that is the piece or the truth or the idea that people treat you the way that you treat yourself. Ultimately, you're teaching people how to treat you based on how you show up in the world and how you treat yourself. There's a really good book called The Courage to Be Disliked. And in the book, the author states that all problems are a result of interpersonal relationships, the relationships we have with others and the relationship we have with ourselves. And so ultimately, if you are not receiving the level of respect, love, support in your relationships, you have the power to change that. And I feel like this is a very, very empowering truth, and it requires a great level of responsibility and ownership on your part because people treat you the way that you treat yourself. So say for example, you're in a intimate partnership. Maybe you're married or you're dating and you don't feel shown up for. You don't feel seen, you don't feel heard, you don't feel valued, you don't feel respected, you don't feel considered. Why is that? Why is that? Oftentimes, we want to blame the other person. Well, he or she is controlling or narcissistic or domineering or doesn't care what I think or doesn't consider what it is that I want. When, well, there may be some truth to that, we also get to look at ourselves and say, okay, what even drew the two of us together in the first place? And how am I showing up in the relationship? And what am I tolerating? Right? Even in, I mean, this goes for all relationships, a business relationship. Maybe you don't have a great relationship with your boss. You don't feel valued. You don't feel that you're paid for what you're worth and all the time that you're putting in, and you feel burnout and you give and you give and you give and you don't feel appreciated, right? Or maybe it's your relationship with your parents or your kids. This applies to any type of relationship. People treat you the way that you treat yourself. So the change starts with you. The change starts with you. And that is your power. The power is within you to shift who you are being, how you're showing up in the world. And when you do that, the people around you will shift. And that is a truth of manifestation, that everything happens first on the inside. Your internal world reflects your external reality. And so that it also involves being responsible for every aspect of your life because you are source. So what do we get to do here? One, we get to do an evaluation, a self-evaluation, a self-assessment, and really observe, how am I treating myself? How do I treat myself? What do I think about myself? How do I speak to myself? Your inner self-talk is super, super powerful. How are you speaking to yourself? Are you speaking to yourself in a loving, compassionate, kind, respectful, considerate way? Or are you speaking to yourself in a way that is harsh and judgmental and critical? So just observe how you're speaking to yourself, what you're saying to yourself, what you're thinking about yourself. This is also known as self-concept or self-image, your identity, who you believe that you are. So if in the outer world you're showing up and what you're receiving is disrespect, not being considered, not being seen, not being heard, maybe you're showing up as a doormat where people just kind of run all over you and take advantage of you, then that's a sign that perhaps you're treating yourself that way. And once you shift how you treat yourself, you'll notice how other people treat you begins to shift. And the truth is, either those relationships will grow stronger or they'll fall away. So one thing you can start to do is just evaluate how you feel about yourself, how you think about yourself. What thoughts do you have about yourself? And what is it that you desire? What is it that you desire in your life, in relationship, in your career, in your health? What is it that you desire? So if your desire is to feel loved and respected and considered and seen and heard and valued and appreciated, then who do you get to become to receive that? Who do you get to become to receive it? Because the truth is, and it's a law of manifestation, we don't attract what we want, we attract what we are. We attract what we are. We attract who we are being. We attract what we believe about ourselves. So the work starts with you. The work starts with you in shifting who you believe you are and what you believe about yourself. So you get to become the person who believes that you are worthy, you are deserving, that you are enough, that you are lovable, that you are powerful. You believe that you are confident, that you are capable, that you are radiant, that you are beautiful. You get to become that person that is worthy of respect. You get to become that person that is worthy of being heard. You get to become that person that is more than enough just as you are. And as you do this practice, and as you start to believe this to be true about you, you'll notice how your reality changes, how you begin attracting new relationships into your life where you feel valued and loved and respected. You'll notice how your current relationships start to improve. And you'll notice in yourself how you build a resilience and a strength and a confidence. So you feel empowered to say no when an opportunity comes your way that is a no for you. Or you draw a boundary because someone keeps asking you and asking you and asking you and putting more and more on your plate. And in the past, you always said yes and then felt resentful. And now you're honoring your no. Or you stand up for yourself and start to speak up for what it is that you want, or speak up for what it is that you need without feeling guilty. Notice with the practice that things will start to shift because you shift. You are changing. You are transforming. You are becoming the person that is shown up for in your relationships. You are becoming the person that is valued in your career. And ultimately, you're becoming the person who is healthy and vibrant and full of life because you're not dimming your light anymore. So I invite you to sit with this and start asking yourself those questions of, okay, if I want to feel worthy and deserving and respected and loved and all of these things, who do I get to be? Who do I get to become to be that person? So journal, sit with the questions. There's no judgment. There's no judgment in any of this. There's no guilt, shame, blame, fault. It's simply an observation. You get to be the witness to yourself. You get to be the witness to yourself. Who have I become? And who am I becoming? So you get to reclaim your power because the power is within you. You just get to reclaim it. And so my invitation to you is, one, journal these questions, share in the comments below what really spoke to you. What did you hear me say? What's landing for you? And also click the link in the description to join my 30-day manifestation challenge that is really going to continue to guide you in this process of getting clear on what it is that you do desire, creating your vision, giving yourself permission to want what you want, and becoming the person who has it. Becoming the person who has it. So click the link below, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share what really spoke to you in the comments below. All right, until next time, bye.